the topic I chose is very much against the topics of all the others. Because everyone was talking about texts, books. My point is that Rama or Ramayana is not in the books at all, not in the text. Rama is living here. We are all possessed by him. Rama is living among us.
रामायण कल्पवृक्षम्
श्रीरामचन्द्रः आश्रितपारिजातः समस्तकल्याणगुणाभिरामः सीतामुखाम्भोरुहचञ्चरीकः निरन्तरं मङ्गलमातनोतु. हेमंत जी, यत्र यत्र रघुनाथकीर्तनं तत्र तत्र कृतमस्तकाञ्जलिः बाष्पवारि परिपूर्णलोचनम्. आप जैसा बाष्पवारि परिपूर्णलोचनं मारुतिं नमत राक्षसान्तकम्. Today, the topic I chose is very much against the topics of all the others. Because everyone was talking about texts, books. My point is that Rama or Ramayana is not in the books at all, not in the text. Rama is living here. We are all possessed by him. Rama is living among us. Because I'm a university buff, let me tell you how it matters whether it is in books or in the people. We nowadays use the word Indology. There are Indologists, right? Yes, just yesterday in a yoga conference, I had to tell people that ology of India is not needed for us. Do we have Americology? Do we have Englandology? One who is interested in India for his strategies for controlling India, he needs Indology. And there is nowadays, this is social media time, there is a lot of discussion about what these Indologists are doing to us. We have the most notorious Wendy Doniger and Sheldon Pollock. And from this Sheldon Pollock, we have a wonderful article called Ramayana is Othering, Bharata is Brothering. When any Indian, common Indian, even a villager, farmer, looks at this article, would immediately wonder, इतना उल्टा कैसे सोच सकते हैं? महाभारत में तो ब्रदर्स अदरिंग हो गए, ब्रदर्स थे, अदरिंग उनका हो गया. रामायण में हर अदर को ब्रदर बना लिया. Every other was brothered in Ramayana, and in Bharata, brothers got othered. And this man's statement is exactly the opposite. Bharata is brothering. Who is brothering there? And Ramayana is othering. Who is othering? Every other god brother. Kaha Bharata Sama Tumapiya Bhayi. And just now we heard from Sudhaji also how even Kausalya said Guha is a relative. We got a relative in Guha. Guha was called brother in all the Ramayanas. Shabari. Everyone, every other got brothered. And why Sheldon was writing this article at that time? The time was Ayodhya movement. Ayodhya movement was picking up and Advani ji was starting his Rath Yatra. Actually, when we talk about anything political in Indology circles, they say, oh, don't bring politics, don't speak politics here. Sheldon Pollock's every article begins with the Ramanama Japa BJP. For him, BJP is the Ramnam Jap. He starts with the name of BJP. But that is not politics. But when we talk of other things, that is politics for them. He starts this article also about Rama with the name of BJP and says that whole big Rama image that was created during Ayodhya movement, he says it is threatening the other religions. So this threatening the other religions is coming because the othering is the nature of Ramayana and Rama. He created this theory, he went out, it became so popular among the Western circles, everything. And then he got the bad name and people started talking about the badness and all that. He keeps coming back to India. When he came back to India during one of these visits, the reporters were asking, how did you get such a bad name? How did you manage to get such a bad name? Then he was saying, Sheldon Pollock was saying, oh, I did not know that in India people like Rama so much. You are an Indologist, you are working on a book, and you do not know how much the main character of that book is liked in the society to which that book belongs, and you are an Indologist. That is how these guys are, these Indologists are. He luckily confessed that he did not know. How did he not know that Rama is in every stone? Kankar mein hai. He did not know, it seems. And he did not know that Rama is living here. So at a certain stage, I had to tell all the Indologists that friends, working on Homer and his Odyssey, Virgil and his Aeneid, is different from working on Ramayana and Mahabharata or Bhagavata. You guys got accustomed to studying Greek and Latin epics. And you get surprised that there are some people who criticize you when you talk about some books of India, but you are not criticized when you talk about Odyssey or Aeneid or other books. You are not criticized by those people because the followers of the deities inside Homer's Odyssey do not live anymore. The Greeks of today, they do not consider the gods and goddesses of their Greek mythology as their own. There are temples of those Greek deities. Uranus, Helios, most of these deities have Juno. They have their temples. But today, they are all archaeological sites. They are for tourist purpose. All the Greeks got converted into an anti-pagan religion. So they hate their own ancestral religion. They hate their own ancestral religion as paganism. They hate their ancestors. The same with Italy. They hate their own ancestral Roman mythology, Roman mythological deities. So you got accustomed to that and you think that India is also the same. please don't be under that belief. Whenever you talk about India and the kavyas, itihasas, puranas of India, you must remember that every one of the deities, gods and goddesses are still living on the earth of India. If you want to open your mouth about any of these deities, any of the gods and goddesses of this country, then you must remember that the population of India are already possessed by them. Narasimhavatar might come from one of the Indians. He might come out and say, ah. If you say anything against Narasimhavatar, and if you say anything against Rama, all the Indians are possessed by Hanuman. They might come with Gada and attack you. Yes, people are possessed by, in Rajasthan, it is Hanuman who is called Balaji. People wonder why Venkateshwara is called Balaji, but actually Balaji is Hanuman in Rajasthan, and there is a very big following of Balaji, that Balaji there. And Balaji can possess you any moment. That is what happened today. Balaji is building, that Balaji Hanuman is building the temple at Ayodhya now. Whatever had to happen, happened. Through Balaji only, through Hanuman only. But these people do not know that this is happening. That is one thing you should all remember, that there is a difference between working on the mythologies of ancient religions. Almost all ancient religions had their mythologies. There is Egyptian mythology, there is Chinese mythology. Almost all the ancient religions have. But unfortunately, all these ancient religions lost their gods and goddesses culture. It is only in India that those gods and goddesses are still living today in the form of temples or any other cultural forms. Okay? Second point that we have to know about these people, these scholars, is that they say that they gave us cultural anthropology. Many Indians hate this subject, cultural anthropology, but unfortunately, I am a professor of cultural anthropology. I taught it for decades. I studied Indian culture through this lens. And when I was learning, my teachers, all of them were from America, they were teaching me concepts like text and context. They used to tell me, don't worry about text. You have to worry about context. From text, you have to go to context. You have to know how text is getting performed. They used to teach us theories of performance. Performance theories were being taught. Even if you have a small piece of text like a proverb, you have to know how that proverb is actually performed in daily use. Even if you have a song, don't try to understand that song only from the words inside the text. You have to know from where it is sung, how it is sung. And all that was taught. So you have to study text from performance. You have to study text from context. But where did all this knowledge go when they were misinterpreting Ramayana? Ramayana is a text. How the text is performed, they did not study. How the text has the context, they did not study. So, if you are a true cultural anthropologist, you should do this. But why they did not do this? They split their topics from African, South American topics and Indian topics. When they go to South America and Africa only, they apply all these theories of myth-ritual relationship, text to performance, text to context, all these. But when it comes to India, all of a sudden, they see, oh, these pagan people, they go to their pagan gods, pagan temples, Rama is a pagan god and all that. All of a sudden, all that cultural anthropology goes. No text to context relationship, no enactment of, actually, there is one of the theories in cultural anthropology which says that all the myths are enacted in the form of rituals. When you read any books like Hero with Thousand Faces by Joseph Campbell, all that also, your rituals are just enactments of your sacred narratives. You have your sacred narratives, you are enacting them. What is Ram Leela? What is Ram Leela? Is it a puja or is it a drama? Ram Leela is a puja, it's a ritual. And all the participants there, all the audience there are participating in a puja there, and that is actually reenacting Ramayana every year. Every year Ram Leela is performed, Ramayana is reenacted. This happens to every story, every Mata story, Ammavaru story, village goddess story, every divine story, sacred story gets reenacted in the village. Villagers participate in the story, they get possessed by the deities. And when Richard Schechner, one of the performance theorists, attended Delhi Ram Leela, he completely changed his performance theory, came up with a new performance theory to understand the closing of borders between the performer and the audience. He said that in Ram Leela, the borderline between performers, the actors, and the audience is completely diminished. Audience are becoming performers because they get possessed, and performers are becoming audience. Everything is one. All are one. Ram Leela is a puja. And this kind of Ram Leela type of puja happens. For example, in Andhra Pradesh, in the Godavari districts, during this time, Sri Ram Navami ended. From the new year, from Ugadi to Sri Ram Navami, all the villages in Godavari districts have Ramayana performance. There are the fire ordeals that are performed. People walk across the fire, walk on the fire. It is puja. Rama puja happens through Ramayana theatre. You use the word Ramayana theatre because there is no other word. You know only theatre, but for them that is not theatre. For them it is a puja. They are participating inside the puja. So this way, all through India, Ramayana is not living inside a book, a Gita press text, or a library copy, or any such thing. Just go to the villagers who are participating in this. Do they know Gita press copy? Do they know Ramayana Kalparuksham of Vishwanath Satyanarayana? I should share just as an aside that one of the caps I wear on my head is I'm a Telugu literature professor also. I've been teaching Telugu literature for the last 3.5 decades. And we formed a gang of scholars, I should say gang of scholars, who were trying to protect VS. She called Anupama, was calling VS, Vishwanatha Satyanarayana, because he was considered to be the biggest enemy of the enemies of Hinduism. Enemy of enemies of Hinduism means what? Friend of Hinduism, right? So he was being chased away from the university circles by communists, Marxists. We were inside the university system. We fought in behalf of Vishwanath Satyanarayana. I am not only a fan, I am an air cooler of Vishwanath Satyanarayana. I am a bhakta. I am a devotee of Vishwanath Satyanarayana. I taught Ramayana Kalparuksham for the last 3.5 decades. I sing it just out of ecstasy. Ramayana Kalparuksham is all through myself. But that's a literature thing that I do on a different platform. But here I am doing culture. I am doing cultural anthropology. So from the cultural anthropology point of view, friends, please remember, don't hate cultural anthropology. Probably you hate it because you think that anthropology is all about primitive man. No, what is that? Homo pithecus. Neanderthal man and all that. No, that is called physical anthropology. Cultural anthropology is not that. And we can talk to these guys in the West using the right cultural anthropological terms, like how texts live in the form of performance, how the myths are enacted through rituals, how people, when they participate in rituals, they are getting into the manasa. Let me tell you what is this manasa thing. One of the psychologists who helped us understand what happens when we study mythology is Jung. You know him? This Jung differed with his guru Freud, and we hate Freud, I know, but Freud contributed one wonderful thing called unconscious. Are we conscious today, now, at this moment, that Rama is inside us? Rama is inside you. Anubhav is there. अनुभव का पता है आप लोगों को? माया में डूबे हुए हैं ना, इस माया अनकॉन्शियस कर देता है तुमको, करना। ये फ्राइड को पता नहीं था माया के बारे में, मगर वो बहुत अच्छा पॉइंट एक ला लिया कि हम लोग अनकॉन्शियस है, कुछ चीज़ों के बारे में अनकॉन्शियस है। इस अनकॉन्शियस में क्या होता है? Jung brought this out. He differed with Freud. He said that we have a collective unconscious. All the archetypes are living in us. And these archetypes, for example, Hanuman we call Guru, Guru Tattva. And Jung gives the name old man archetype to this Guru Tattva. In most of the fairy tales, we have some people who appear in front of the prince when he goes to collect some, wants to bring back the princess from the mantrik, from the magician, or he wants to bring some golden flower from somewhere. On the way, he gets all different people like an old woman, an apsarasa, another prince, all these forms, cursed persons and all that. Jung says these are all Guru Tattva only. They are all old man archetype in different forms. They are archetypal imagery that help him. So this Jung says that when we are reading Puranas, Itihasas, we are actually going into our own unconscious. This Purana is in your unconscious already. This unconscious is part of your manas. Tulsidas knew this Jungian theory and he says, Ramcharit is your, क्या है? Manas है. Actually, inside Ramcharit Manas, what you see is that there is a Bhushundi Kaka which is sitting on Manas Sarovar, and that is why you get Manas there. But you have a physical Manas Sarovar in what we call the Chinese occupied Tibet today. But symbolically, theoretically, Jung is making that manas, which can elevate you from this birth, which can liberate you, which can give you moksha, as your own manas. Your own manas is that Manas Sarovar. When you travel all the way to Manas Sarovar, actually you are reenacting your own inward travel into your own manas. So Ramacharit is nothing but your inner manas world, is what Tulsidas is saying. So all these psychoanalytical theories or cultural anthropological theories, they are all telling you that every time you participate in a Rama Puja in a Rama temple, or Hanuman Puja in a Hanuman temple, or any Ramayana performance, Ramayana related performance, you are traveling into your manas only. You are getting possessed. You are traveling into your inner world. So if you look at that way, you need not hate these theories. They are telling you the right thing, that please don't go to the palm leaf manuscripts or the old papers or the Gita Press publication or the book inside the library. Don't worry about it. Ramayana is already there with you. You are living Ramayana. Every moment you are living Ramayana. You are living that story. So, the obsession with text has come from the European visitors here. They were interested in textual studies here because they did not know anything about our culture. They did not know anything about our culture. They wanted to go for their Indo-European language family theory. They wanted to study the Sanskrit text in comparison with their text. That led to philology. That led to comparative mythology. So we, after getting trained by such university teachers, we also got unnecessarily obsessed by texts. Books. Every time we look for books. For example, Uttarakhand, is it part of Valmiki Ramayana or not? Big debate. We break our heads just with this question. Uttar Ramayana, is it part of Ramayana or not? Why? Actually, when I go to, in my field work, in all the Telugu speaking areas, the Lavakusha story is the most popular story. They sing Lavakusha story, Kushalavayakam or Kushalava Kuchella Katha, more prominently than the remaining Ramayana. Ask them whether Uttarakhand is part of Valmiki Ramayana or not. They'll break your heads. Actually, they do not even know whether there is Uttarakhand or other Ramayana or any such thing. All that they know is Kushalava story is there. I have been narrating this anecdote repeatedly. I'll do that again. There is one book called Many Ramayanas, which was published by some American anthropologists along with Indian anthropologists. Appa Durai, Velcheru Narayan Rao. These people were Indian anthropologists. But there were other American anthropologists also who joined them. Frank Coram, Stuart Blackburn, all these people. And in that book, there is one article by Velcheru Narayan Rao where he gives the impression that in folk Ramayanas, Rama is scolded. Rama is chided. And during this Ayodhya movement, BBC commissioned a movie making by one Bombay filmmaker. He was related to Shyam Benegal. Then he read this article by Velcheru Narayan Rao, and then he came to my department where I was working on culture, and he said, please take me to all those villages where Rama is chided, Rama is scolded. What is this taste? रामा के गालियां सुनना चाहते हो ना? हम लोगों को तो गालियों में रुचि नहीं है ना? In Telugu, there is a bhajan, a very popular bhajan. Sri Rama ni nama menta ruchira, yenta ruchira, nama mento ruchira. We have nama ruchi. ये नाम के बारे में रुचि है हमको. इन लोगों को गालियों का रुचि है. राम को गालियां देते हैं, हम सुनना चाहते हैं. तो मैं बोला ऐसा नहीं है, कहाँ भी नहीं है. Sudha ji is here. We have to ask all the Tamil people sitting here. They propagated, one person with name Ramachandra became Periyar in Tamil Nadu. His actual name is Rama only. He became Periyar and he propagated all to the world that actually in Tamil Nadu there are Ravana temples where Ravana is worshipped. And he made Rama being slippered. But there is no Ravana temple anywhere in the world, including Tamil Nadu. Take it from me. There are only Ravana sculptures in some of the Shiva temples where Ravana is called the astrologer of the temple. The Ravana sculpture holds a Panchangam in his hands and he is called Panchanga Odavar in the temple. He reads out Panchangam in the temple. That's not Ravana worship. They don't worship Ravana inside the temple. So this guy from Bombay, a filmmaker, also wanted to know if Rama is actually chided. I told many times, but he was not listening. So I said, come on, let us go. I took him. They were singing marriage songs with Rama. Rama is not scolded. They were singing puberty ritual songs. You know, puberty celebrated. There are puberty celebrations and there are puberty celebratory songs. In that, Rama was being mentioned but not chided. I took them all over, all over. Finally, we were in a tribal village. The tribal women were doing a circular dance, and through circular dance, they were singing Kushalava story. And at a point, they were weeping emotionally. There was a weeping Karunarasa scene. And this fellow thought, now this is the point where they are chiding Rama. Because he did not know Telugu. He asked me, are they chiding Rama now? Are they chiding Rama now? I said, no, 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 no. Actually, they are weeping that Sita is being left inside the forest. He said, no, no, I want to interview them. Then I said, I will translate your words to them. My bad fortune was I was the translator. I translated his question to them. He is asking whether you are scolding Rama. I just used these two words, scolding Rama. Within no time, the entire tribal village came there with sickles and axes and sticks. We were surrendered by the tribal village. The chief was there. He was holding the biggest weapon in his hands. He was saying, who? Who scolded by Rama? Who scolded by Rama? Then I said, no, no, no. I was just asking whether they were scolding Rama. And with my gestures, I asked the entire shooting team to pack up. Because I knew what was going to happen. I wanted to sacrifice myself. Gradually, the entire filmmaking team packed up. I was left. I had a very hard time convincing them that I was a Rama Bhakta only. I was not scolding Rama. Okay. So, where is Rama living? In the tribal village. In the song of these people. You ask them whether Shambhuka Vadha is there in Uttara Ramayana. In the Lavakusha story, in the entire India, there is no Shambhuka Vadha mentioned. So this whole worry about whether Shambhuka was killed or not is your problem. Your misfortune is that you are a text-obsessed person. You are inside the university system. Your greatest misfortune is your being academic. Your greatest misfortune is that you study books all the time. And you get this Shambhuka Vada, that Vada, this Vada, all questions. But all the millions of Indians, including the tribal people, they never worried about these things because those stories are not there in their version. In their version, there is only Lavakusha. And in their version, they actually, this woman to whom I asked, she explained to the filmmaker that you fool, your misfortune is that you are educated. She said this. She literally said this, and she said, see here, we are enacting the emotions of Rama because Rama is not able to live without Sita. We are singing about the Karuna Rasa, about the Vishada of Rama. Here, you don't understand, all because you are educated, she said. Let us get uneducated, let us de-learn, let us get out of these books and live like those tribals. Thank you.